Imagine sitting in your living room, scrolling your phone. You haven't downloaded suspicious files or clicked unfamiliar links. You just open a standard, everyday website. In that moment, your bank accounts, private documents, and passwords move into the hands of an outside operator. This is a zero-click exploit. Unlike traditional phishing, this attack requires no user interaction to execute its payload. The infection occurs in the background, rendering the standard advice to not click suspicious links irrelevant. On March 15, 2026, Google issued a red alert security update for 3.5 billion Chrome users. This was a response to a zero-day attack, a term for a software flaw that hackers discover and exploit before the developers even know it exists. To track these breaches, security agencies use a system called CVE, or Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures. CVE is a global, standardized catalog maintained by the MITRE Corporation that assigns unique identification numbers to software flaws. These IDs allow researchers and governments to coordinate their defense across the globe. This specific alert involved two vulnerabilities, CVE 2026-3909 and 3910. When a single update is pushed to half the planet's population to stop an active exploit, the breach moves beyond the realm of IT. It becomes a matter of national security. The technical flaw at the center of this alert is a memory safety bug known as use after free. Computer programs use memory like a temporary storage locker. A program takes a space, performs a task, and then empties the locker so the system can free it for another application to use. In a use after free bug, the program empties the locker but fails to delete the map to its location. It retains a stale coordinate for a space that no longer belongs to it. An attacker monitors the system for these stale coordinates. When they find one, they inject malicious data into that supposedly free space. Because the program still trusts that original coordinate, it treats the hacker's data as a legitimate instruction. This microscopic corruption leads to remote code execution, or RCE. RCE allows an attacker to execute commands on your system from a distance. By manipulating memory, they gain control of your device without needing physical access or your permission. To achieve total control, hackers use an exploit chain. This is a sequence of steps that starts with a malicious page load, triggers the memory corruption, escapes the browser's sandbox security layer, and finally grants the attacker administrative privileges over the entire device. Once the chain is complete, the attacker has the power of undetected surveillance and data theft. They can watch, listen, and record everything on the device while the user remains unaware. These chains are specifically designed for Google Chrome because it holds over 65% of the global browser market. Chrome serves as the primary gateway for digital life, handling everything from banking to government services. If this gateway is compromised, the entire digital ecosystem of the user is exposed. A single functional zero-day exploit for a major browser can sell for up to $20 million on the dark web. The buyers are rarely lone hackers. The market is driven by state actors and intelligence agencies. These organizations use zero-day vulnerabilities as strategic assets to gain access to the devices of high-value targets. Unlike spyware that targets a specific phone number, a browser exploit targets the very way we access the internet. By compromising the gateway, an agency can monitor diplomats, military officials, and journalists without ever needing to touch their hardware. These memory flaws are now a standard tool for global espionage. In a world where every conversation is digitized, the ability to exploit a browser is the ability to bypass the traditional borders of any nation. India is a prime target in this landscape, with 850 million internet users and a massive real-time payment system. This is the UPI, or Unified Payments Interface, which processes billions of financial transactions every month. When a country builds its entire economic and social infrastructure on foreign-owned software, it faces the risk of digital colonization. This total reliance on foreign technology erodes digital sovereignty. As data streams outward, if the browser gateway for India's users is managed elsewhere, a single flaw in a distant server becomes an immediate national security concern in New Delhi. For the individual, the immediate defense is to update your browser. This applies the security patch that closes the known stale coordinate bug. But for the nation, the lesson is strategic. Modern security is no longer just about tanks or missiles. It is about algorithms and zero-day code. The smartphone in your hand has become a point of entry for a global conflict that never ends.